Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're going to do a kind of chatty get ready with me. This is my all matte look that I promised you guys quite a few weeks ago. I know I've been playing with a lot of color and some of you don't like color, so I wanted to switch it up a bit. Obviously on my channel I'll always have variation. Just trying to keep it diverse so that we can serve a broader audience, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway, I did try to go a little dewier on the skin, more glowy and glossy lip. I'm actually not a gloss kind of girl, but ever since I got the Fenty Beauty lip gloss, it's over. It's over. Like, this is all it's ever gonna be. Just know that. Hopefully you guys like it. It just looks like this. If you do, don't forget to subscribe before you leave. And without further ado, stick around because it's about to go down. So I'm going to go ahead and put on my moisturizer so that it absorbs into the skin. Today I'm using the e.l.f. Plus Glow Radiant Moisturizer. It looks like this. I have been using the stick version of this, and to be honest with you, it wasn't that hydrating. Like when it goes on it feels really hydrating, but it didn't make my foundation look any dewier. So I'm gonna switch over to this one and see if this one's any better. Coconut infused moisturizer hydrates your skin and imparts a golden glow. Formulated with hyaluronic acid and shea butter, this moisturizer will give your skin the hydration it needs and the radiance you want in one step. Okay, so already it seems different in that sense. I don't think the other one claims that it leaves your skin glowy. I just assume that because it says e.l.f. Plus Glow. So, I don't know. I should have probably read the little carton on the other one. So anyway, while that's absorbing into the skin, then I'm going to use my e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil. This is just for the sake of switching it up because I always use my NYX Micro Brow Pencil. And I did just order all this stuff from e.l.f. So I was like, hey, let me use it. It is in deep brown. So we'll see how this works. I don't know why I even talk to the camera. Like 90% of the time, the things I'm saying I end up just cutting out because I'm like, that's not really important or relevant, Jessica. Oh, and for those of you that don't know me, yeah, my name is Jessica. But my little brother and a bunch of my cousins growing up couldn't say my name, so they used to call me Sica. And then it just kind of stuck, so like all through high school, I would introduce myself as Sica. The last name. That's not my actual last name. So I wanted something just kind of quick and short, and it was like during a time, this is so dumb, I was like, I'm not gonna talk about it, but here I go, going into full on depth. All this was like coming up with about the channel name during a time where I was like listening to a lot of Stevie Stone. And if you guys don't know who Stevie Stone is, you should really check him out. And I'm just gonna clean up my eyebrows using my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer and Sand Sable. But anyway, I was listening to a lot of Stevie Stone. And it was also like during a time where I felt like I was starting to be more spiritual as far as like, oh god, I'm not even getting into this because I'm not trying to hear it in the comments. But anyway, the point is stone. To me, it actually means like a rock, stone. And for numerous reasons that, like I said, I'm not gonna go into full on depth right now, but that's how the name came up. I was like, oh, Sica, because I've always, you know, I've always gone by Sica, and then I was like, I want a quick last name because my last name is long. And yeah, like I said, it was like those two things, like a stone from nature, and that has meaning in itself. But then also, I was listening to a lot of Stevie Stone. So I know in my other videos I've been like cutting out when I do my face. I've just been doing my eyes on camera. But like I said, I do talk a lot. You guys have noticed, I'm sure. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do a get ready with me so that it's not so much like a tutorial really, but just more so me, you know, talking while I'm getting ready. I'm gonna take whatever's left on the back of my hand from that concealer and use it as my primer for my eyelids. Oh, in my last video, I cleaned up my eyebrows using the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, and personally, I don't think I would ever do that again because it dries so much quicker than the Maybelline Fit Me that I'm using right now. The Maybelline Fit Me, I feel like it gives me a lot of time to work with it and like really buff it in and stuff. And the Naked Skin one was like drying super quickly, so I don't think I'm gonna do that again. All right, for the eyes today, we're gonna do a Flashback Friday. I'm gonna use the Too Faced chocolate bar. Looks like this. And we're going to do an all matte look because I know that I always do a lot of color. Some of you guys don't like color. Here we are. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to use Salted Caramel first. It's just this super warm, muted out brown. And I'm taking that on a Morphe M518. It's the same blending brush I use just about every freaking time. And I'm going to work this into my crease, but kind of above it. I mean, it's definitely the crease, but I'm also taking it like a tiny bit higher as well. I have 4 matte looks that I always go for when I'm like either in a rush or just like, they're just like quick and simple and I don't have to think about it. This is one of them, and then I think I'll make a video with the other 3 to show you guys, but they're looks that people are going to appreciate because like I said, they're just so quick. Like you could just get them done in like 10 minutes and be done. As far as like your whole eye makeup, like seriously, maybe even less. This one is the one out of the 4 that takes the longest, so that's why I made it its own video. But even then you guys will see like it really doesn't take that long. And you don't use very many colors. So I think it's pretty straightforward and like easy to follow. This is my Sigma E60. And we're going to pick up this color here called White Chocolate. Right here. And we're going to pat that all over our lid. And this is just to keep our eyes looking really awake and bright, because all the other colors we're going to use are kind of dull, you know, just matte, really kind of boring. It's actually really funny, or not funny, but I love to do my makeup. I love to go all out. I like to break the rules. Like, you know, they try to tell you, like, don't use a bold eye with a bold lip, and, you know, don't wear shimmer all over your eye. Like, I do whatever I want. Whatever I feel like doing that day, that's what I do. And unfortunately, I feel like more often than not, I don't have tons of time to do my makeup. So even when we do go out, you know, I end up like doing one of my 4 matte looks that I said are, you know, super simple and like straightforward. But YouTube, the reason like all my looks have been super colorful. I'm taking, sorry, before I get started here, I'm going to use an M433 to start working on darkening up my crease. And the color we're going to take for that is Semi-Sweet. It's just a darker brown, but not the darkest brown in the palette. Anyway, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I always go for like my matte looks, you know, just because they're like quick and easy. But I actually love to do color. Like that's what I love to do, and I like to like, you know, test boundaries, I guess. And that's what I love about doing YouTube now. It's like whenever I do sit down to film a video, I know that I have the time. So I sit here and I can actually do colors and do looks that I want to do, you know, like more extravagant, like more dramatic, like in your face looks. So I'm really glad I decided to do this, just because like I said, it, you know, it gives me time to just sit here and play with eye looks that I want to do, but I feel like I never have time to sit there and do. Alright, and so what we're doing with this color is like we're just working on the outer V, but we're really buffing that out, like so that it's blown out. You guys can see it like kind of smoky almost. And I'm just focusing it here, like I always say in my videos. Wherever you place your brush down first is where you're going to have the most color payoff. So you want to make sure that put it down, you know, where you want the most payoff. So I do it out here, and then I just start to buff it out. This is a smaller blending brush than the other one I used. It's going to be more precise. So yeah, but then I'm still blending it out, so it's not like it's actually that precise. Basically, you can use anything. Okay, I want to show you guys because I'm over here trying to rush through this. So I was holding the palette in one hand and blending out with my other hand, and very roughly, as you guys saw, blending out that darker brown. And I want to show you guys on this eye. You can see I got like stripes in my eyelid. Do you see that? I look like a tiger shark right now. Yeah, that was because I didn't tug my eye. Which again, I know you're not supposed to, so obviously, you know, do as I say, not as I do. My wrinkly lid gave me some stripes. I didn't get them as bad over here. I guess I was being more gentle when I was doing it over here. So anyway, I'm just going over it, not like adding any extra product, just buffing that out. I'll take my shader brush and just kind of go over this again, because you guys can see it's starting to get a little more, like not as bright. And then before we do our very last color, I'm going to take a big blending brush. This is my Sigma E40. It's my tried and true. But this is still a Sigma E40. I'm just swapping it out because I haven't cleaned the other one. But I'm going to start to blend out the outer parts of my shadow. Oh, and I guess I could take the time now to tell you guys about the super expensive Sunday Riley lactic acid treatment that I got. I've only used it 3 times. I think you're supposed to use it nightly. I don't use it nightly because, look, like I used it last night. I think it breaks me out. And I don't know if like that's a part of it, if it's supposed to, you know, maybe break you out so that it's like releasing all those bumps. You know, I really have no idea. I don't know the science behind it, but it breaks me out. Like I wore it last night and just look at, I don't know if the camera's picking it up entirely, but it leaves my skin looking really moisturized like all throughout the night, and then even the next day when I wake up it's almost like kind of still tacky and dewy, which I don't mind. I feel like that's just giving me a lot of moisture, so I'm okay with it, but it is breaking me out, and that's why I haven't used it every single night. I've been trying to alternate between that one and my Confidence in a Cream from IT Cosmetics, because I know that my Confidence in a Cream doesn't break me out, and it's also super moisturizing. So I've been alternating between the two rather than just using the lactic acid treatment, and I don't know that my texture's gotten any better. I know it definitely hasn't gotten worse, but again, we're not really in the sunny season right now, so I feel like it's getting a break from sun exposure, and maybe that's what's helping. I don't know. I still seem to have texture. It is a lot less dry, I'll say that much, and I'm just gonna keep using it and see if it's gonna be worth it. So I'm taking the last color that we're gonna use, and it's called Triple Fudge. It's the darkest brown in the palette, all the way over here in the corner. And I'm taking that on my Morphe M507. It's just a pointed, tapered brush. Probably consider a pencil brush. And now I really am doing the outer corner. This one we're not going to buff out as much, so keep that in mind. This one's going to be a little more precise as far as our color placement. And I'm kind of pushing this in to my eye socket. If you guys can see, hopefully this doesn't creep you guys out. Pushing it into my eye socket and dragging up, and I'm really focused on keeping it on the outer part. We're not taking that in like we did with the other brown. And this is just to help us darken it up and just add more dimension. Then I'm going to take that brush that we were using earlier that I said is the blending brush, but it's a little more dense. The M433 from Morphe that we used to put on the dark brown before this brown. And I'm just going to go over it and start to blend a little better, just so that, again, everything is well blended and seamless. Like so. And I'm not dragging it all the way in now, because now that I know that I have that darker color on the outer V, if I start dragging it in, it's going to bring it over here, and I'm really trying to concentrate that darker brown just solely on the outer V. Then I'll take my E40 one last time and just start to blend it all out. White chocolate one more time, which is that brightest, you know, the brightest color we used today, and just keep brightening up our lid, because every time we're blending we do unfortunately drag some of the product into it, and so it makes it a little more muddy. Obviously you could just do your lid at the very end, which is what I do with most looks. The reason that I don't do this step completely last, for this look I like to have it already there on the lid so that I can see where to concentrate the color and, you know, where I want to keep it, so that I don't start blending it into my lid. Going over really light pressure now, because again, we know we have that dark color out there on the outer V and we don't want to drag it in too far, so super light pressure. I'm just going over all of it. This I feel bad for mentioning because it's a sample, and I know people hate when you use samples. I really want to try it, and every single time that I do my makeup I forget to use it because it is a sample and it's like super tiny. But it's the Tatcha Silk Canvas. It looks like this. I got a bunch of these because I placed 3 different orders from Sephora, and each time that I ordered from Sephora I got a 7-day supply. Whatever, everybody raves about it. I had this is so dumb. I had the e.l.f. one in my cart. Like, it got restocked. I put it in my cart. I was ready to buy it, and then I got sidetracked. I started looking at all these other things that e.l.f. came out with, and I haven't bought e.l.f. in a long time. So I was like, oh my god, they have so many new things. And I got sidetracked. Literally, I spent hours on their website just looking at stuff, contemplating buying it, didn't end up buying any of it. And then it was time to go pick up my son from school, so I went and picked up my son. And when I got back and I went to check out, the primer was sold out. So it was like, items in your cart are no longer available. I was so pissed at myself. Then I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth foundation. This one is in 210 Sandy Beige. Yep, sorry, I had to check. Update on my nose piercings. How long have I had them now? I think 2 weeks or something like that. And guess what I did? Guess what I did? I accidentally ripped them out twice. Both of them. Last night when I was washing my face, I noticed that there's a ball on the top one. So it's getting infected. So I took a Q-tip and I cleaned the crap out of it. I like squeezed it to get any contents out. Oh my god, that's TMI, but here we are. And it's doing better today. Like the ball looks like it's definitely gone down. So that's good, but I was just like, really? Literally 2 whole weeks it was fine. It was perfectly fine, no bump, nothing. Like it didn't even hurt anymore if I would flare up my nostril. Like felt like, you know, it was healed. And then I freaking ripped them out on accident. And now they're sensitive again. They don't hurt that bad, like, you know, I can tap on them now, but I definitely got infected because it started to get like a growth on it. For my concealer today, I'm using the Tarte Raiforest of the Sea Aquacealer. And this is in the shade Light Medium. It has the doe foot applicator like the Shape Tape, which I do have. But the Shape Tape to me, I feel like is a lot more matte and drying. And I have really wrinkly under eyes, so while I absolutely love and appreciate the coverage of it, I don't like how dry looking it leaves my under eye. So I'm trying this one because I haven't used it in a long time, so I don't remember if I even liked it or not. I'm going to use my Sigma Tapered Kabuki. It looks like this. This one is definitely more moisturizing than the Tarte Shape Tape, which obviously I expected it to be because this one's called an Aqua Sealer. So I did expect it to be more hydrating. I will say it doesn't look like it's full coverage. I'm gonna put more on and see if it's buildable. And I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder in 2 medium to set this concealer. I'm going to use the Morphe R3. It's a tapered pointer brush, kind of looks like my Sigma Kabuki. I'm going to use that for the powder. I wasn't supposed to look down, but here we are. To set the rest of my face, I'm going to use my Ben Nye Banana Powder and the RCMA No Color Powder concoction, like so, for my lid, and then just pick it up on my Real Techniques powder brush. Per usual, I pat, and then I buff. I'm going to use my NYX Tinted Mascara in Espresso. And like I said, I usually do this last because I do it after I set my whole face with my spray, because you guys know I go heavy with the setting spray. But right now my brows I feel like are looking extra powdery, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it now. And I'm going to hope that when I spray my face they don't melt off. They shouldn't, right? Because technically that's what setting them is about, is making them be like stay in place. But I don't hold it against any brow mascara because I use so much spray that I completely understand if it can't do its job. Now I'm going to bronze my face, and I didn't grab a bronzer. I'm going to use my Morphe E52, same brush I always use. It's crazy, I don't remember the Benefit bronzer being this warm. I thought, like, I swear I felt like I had switched over to the Too Faced one because this one was more cool tone. And now on my face, it looks pretty warm. Maybe I'll go back to this one. I've already hit pan on it, so I should just use it all up. For my highlight, I'm going to use the Morphe M509. Looks like this, just another tapered brush. I use my Amrezy highlighter from Anastasia Beverly Hills. But unfortunately, like I said, I did go out summer of 2018, so my skin shade is a lot darker, and I feel like it's too light for me. I'm gonna make it work because I'm just gonna blend it all out. Once I spray it with my oh my god, I keep wanting to say after hours, my all-nighter setting spray, it'll all melt together and it'll be fine, but it's definitely too light for me now. Which sucks because the formula is so good. Like, I have the Anastasia highlighter kits, but I feel like those are chunkier. Like, is that just me? I feel like they are chunkier. So it's a bummer because this Amrezy one is like super smooth and silky, but it's just too light for me, I guess. So I'm going to move on to do my lashes. Today I'm wearing the Cara lashes in the style Wispy, and it's just a wispy lash. That's exactly what it is. What it sounds like is what it is. I'm going to use the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara to help blend in my lashes with these. I try to focus the majority of the product on the root of my lashes. Because again, I'm going natural with my lashes today, so I'm just trying to blend in mine with the falsies. And so that's why I'm not really hitting up here on my false lashes. But I normally would. There you have it. For my lips, I'm going to use the MAC lip liner in Soar. I always overdraw my lips, which I'm sure you guys have noticed, but I also outlined like this outer part right here of my lips with the pencil. And then I'm going to take my Stila Stay All Day Liquid Lipstick in Caramello. It's like that, it's like a nude. And try to focus it mainly on the inner part of my lip. Now it's pretty dry, so I'm going to go over it with the Fenty Glow Lip Gloss. Looks like this. I try not to rub too much with the doe foot applicator because I don't want to pick up too much product and then put it back into my gloss. So I really try to use as little pressure as I can. Alright guys, so there you have it. This is the finished look. We have our neutral eyes, all matte, some very toned down kind of neutral lashes, and just kind of dewy highlighted skin with a glossy lip to pull it all together. We don't want everything to be all matte. As always, you guys can make it your own. If you do want an all matte lip or if you don't want an intense highlight, do what you please. It all comes down to personal preference. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Share the video with your friends if you enjoyed it, so that hopefully we can get more people over to the Sica squad, and hit the notification bell so that you're notified every time that I upload a video. As of right now, we're looking at once a week. Hopefully in the summer I will have a little more time and I'll be able to upload twice a week, but for now we're sticking to the weekly upload schedule. And yeah, I think that was it. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and hit the notification bell. Thanks so much for watching. Love you guys. Toodles! Us like more precision. It's gonna give us more precision. Oh my god, no, don't do this to me. Precision. Oh no. Well, how do you say it? How do you say it? Precision. It's gonna give us more precision. Whatever. It's going to be more precise. Sorry, and there's like an alert that just came up on my screen. Stupid shit. Oh my god, are you serious? Anyway.